Hello everyone, Coach Carol here with day 4 of the Essential Genealogist Planner. My focus today is on mapping your ancestral quest. The focus drills down into how you can create a research plan, and this will become your roadmap to your roots. As we journey further into our genealogical adventures, this is crucial to have a roadmap to guide you. Otherwise, we become hopelessly lost and we don't get anything achieved. Today, we'll focus on crafting a very simple research plan that will help you guide yourself through the landscape of your family's past. So why a research plan? Isn't that just more work? Well, a little bit of work up front will save you a lot of work further down the track. A well-structured research plan can turn a daunting task into a manageable task and therefore create an enjoyable journey. It will help you to focus your efforts, save time and resources, and track your progress. So let's begin by thinking about how you define your goals. What is it that you hope to achieve? What is it that you want to discover? We're drilling now into perhaps the background information about one specific ancestor. And you need to find details of their records. Perhaps you're missing a birth certificate, or you don't know where they lived in a particular era during the census collection. So you need to plan your approach. You decide on the order of your research, and you start with the most recent generation and work backwards, or focus on a specific lineage. Set a time frame. Don't let this spin out into a mega drama. You allocate realistic time slots for each task during the week. Then you can review and adjust those and then change your research plan. Now, your research plan just could be a few jotted points in your diary. I began like that, but now I'm a little more organized. So I want to share with you today a couple of ways in which I create my research plan and how it helps me to stay on track. The first thing to share with you today is a simple S.M.A.R.T genealogy planner for 2024. And this is in the form of a Google spreadsheet. And I simply created that with a template for the 2024 calendar, which you can do easily for yourself. But I'll post a shareable link to one of these below the video, and you can help yourself to that one and start with a little bit of help from me. So here is our January scheduler, and on each page, here we are on Thursday, the 4th of January, and you could schedule into any part of your calendar what you plan to do. So just a little bit of detail there to specify what you're going to be searching for, and you would put in the name of the ancestor there to keep it really strategic. My aim is once I've done that and I've got a little more detail, I can actually finish a story for my great-grandmother. And this will go into a blog. So having this on a calendar base, I can schedule then across the month in the time availability that I have. And this template is just a simple one where all the months are spilling down the page and you just scroll to find them. So that's one way, pretty simple. One of the things that I do is in Trello. Let me skip across to my planner for this year in Trello. It's a little more advanced than using a calendar-based planner. In this, we have a set of lists. So this is a list, this whole thing. This is a list. And I can keep adding lists for each month of the year, which is fairly simple. And I can keep going like that. In my specific list for my Ancestor research plan, I'm working on volume 2 of my family history ebook. I've already completed 15 chapters for volume 1, so now I want to move on to volume 2. And the first ancestor in this volume will be my great-grandmother. So I have a card for her. So just clicking into the card, I have a little bit of information about her in the form of a profile, which I've developed with the help of some AI and my knowledge about her. And I was looking at some of those sparse details that I have and wondering and questioning various things about her. So, for example, I was intrigued to know that she married later in life, at the age of 32, and she raised her husband's 5 children from the previous marriage and had 6 of her own. And that's quite a feat in the late 1880s through to the 1900s. And then there's a lot more information about her sons and how they developed their lives. In this period of time, I was interested to find out more. So I needed to go back to some of the census details for her. So I've created a checklist in my Trello board. Here it is down here. And I set in place a little bit of a research plan so that I know what I want to find out and whether I've got them or not. So I have done this one and this one and this one, and I think I have that one. And I just need to finalize the rest of these census to fill in some details about my great-grandmother. So that now gives me a bit of scope for what I'm going to do. The whole intent then is to write up the story and post it into my family research archive. And you'll see here I'm in a page that is about my great-grandmother. So I wanted to fill in some more details here, especially about the births of her 6 children between those years. So she had children 2 years apart, all of whom were boys. So I have a purpose and I have an end point. And I can start by using something simple like this one, which is just diary entries really. And you can do that in your diary if you want to, or a little more sophisticated into a Trello planner where I have some details about each of my ancestors. And I can add labels to these to indicate whether they are completed, scheduled, etc. So it gives me something to aim for. So my advice for you today is simple. Get your research plan on the board in whatever format it takes for you. If it's a series of post-it notes on your wall, that'll do to get you started. Or move to a calendar, into your diary, or into a Trello board if you like. Good luck with setting out your research plan for 2024.